$600 for us, $2,000 for them. Read between the lines. Sometimes, these events start to occur, and it's usually the Most High is just trying to get everybody's attention for an introduction. Now, we had one plague shut down everything. Now what happens when he sends another one through? Then after that one, then another one. And upon this another one, we begin to recognize what it is. Thank you for tuning in to The Awakening. Blacks, Real Talk 101, the Gangsters Channel. Again, God loves the thugs. God loves the niggas. It's something about the spirit of the nigga that our oppressor wants to try to destroy. He tries to demasculate us, have us to become soft and feminine. He's also out to kill and to destroy it physically and spiritually. A lot of men I watched as I'm roaming in societies that sees a lot of weaknesses upon being destroyed and stripped. I see this. I see the promotion of homosexuality among the men, but not among the women. So as we behold all of these occurrences that are occurring, we still haven't quite seen what it is that we are, or what do we need to see. Not understanding what we exactly are looking at. So now when we point these things out, we'll have to also turn around and give our attention to see what it is. Now, in this society, a lot of us don't realize that many of us have already received the mark of the beast. And when I clarified, it's the image of a man and his likeness. And you look at yourselves and you identify yourselves as being just like him. You have put on his customs, you have put on his ways, and you have put on his appearance. So you have been marked with the appearance of this man, this beast. So now, among all the groups, we'll find out black people despising black people, the Mexicans despising the Mexicans, the Jamaicans despising the Jamaicans, the islanders, South Americans despising South Americans. Everybody despising one another, while in an attempt to appear and to be seen like the man. You come over here to Babylon and you say, we're not like them. This is what you say to your Hispanic brothers and sisters who are on a lower level, living in the mud. We're not like them. Black people say the same thing. We're not like them to each other. The people in the islands say the same thing. We're not like them. You can hear it in their conversations, in their response. But at the end of the day, when it comes to be against us, everybody have this agreement to do so. So now why is that? Why all of a sudden we've become like that now? You wasn't like that before. So now with a little sprinkling of religion, of the mark, of the image of the beast, because it seems to me many who are under that banner have formed themselves into being like that now. The thugs don't say it. The thugs don't go to church. They're out in the streets. So they don't feel that way. Right? So it all goes into even the education that this man is giving. Like, you taking on the spirit of the beast, of this man and his image. I mean, if you've been going to school and get educated, you become into another spirit now. So now you become like them. You won't do anything for the black people who are in need because you see they're needing. You gave the thugs some wisdom and knowledge, and they'll say, you know what? Fuck these policemen. We got to do something about them. Imagine them niggas in office. Because they come from that. They'll say, we got to do something about this. Meanwhile, those who have the mark of the beast won't think nothing of it. And actually be thinking it's a righteous thing that the police are doing such things. Because they're not trying to change laws or push for laws for protection or whatsoever. So pretty much they are in agreement. And then they'll say, well, we're killing each other. That's what they'll say. How many times you heard people say that? Well, we doing this. Well, we doing this. Well, we killing each other. What is that? Well, what if that was your mother? What if that was your son who was doing the right thing? Then what? You're not killing each other, right? You didn't teach him to do that. So do you apply that same concept to your loss of your child? How many mothers have mourned over their children? And no matter how old the son is, with the mom, that's always going to be her baby. Regardless. Because it's a loss. You see? Because mom's at the end of the day is going to be always there. Right? So what is this characteristic that many of us have taken upon ourselves of the image of this beast? And let me sum it up to break it down into a smaller detail. Who don't like black people? Who has a history? Right? So now, who are black people trying to become like? And I just want you to think about it. Look at the image. Look at the white man's image. Right? But at the same time, he's the one that despises you. Right? So why are you trying to become like him. Because when you try to become like him, you take on that same likeness of him. And now all of a sudden, you become our oppressor. You become like him now. You despise us now. You don't care about killing us now. You understand that? So if he's considered the beast who is more subtle than any beast of the field, that attribute reflects him. It don't reflect me or you or the Asians or the Africans, right? It reflects him. Now moving along. Even during the pandemic, we've been still seeing killings occur from this same man that you trying to become like. Right? I mean, is the Asian people doing it? You understand what I'm saying? Who else is doing it? Remember the bombings, how Arabs was being looked at as bombers, but you know what kept them from not looking like that? The color of their skin. I mean, with all this was going on, like, can you imagine if it was black people doing that? You see what I'm saying? You would see us getting dragged out the car, harassed, shot down by the police. You know, that's their patriotic or whatever. But you don't see that occurring with them. They're the ones who are considered blowing up, you know, the back in the days, that building. And even then, you didn't hear anything about harassment and all the other stuff. You would think the American people would have been mad at them, taking it out on them. But no, they don't take it out on nobody. It's these niggas we don't like. You see? But you be trying to so you try to become like them now. You becoming entwined with them now. This is what their education is also making you become? You becoming just like them under their education system. So it's transforming you. You see? So even when this COVID thing was breaking out, cops still found a way of murking us, killing us, and now you got some stuff going on in the doctor's office. I've been a doctor a couple times, and they had me waiting in that room for goddamn forever. You understand? And I'm listening to other people's testimonies, and like, well, damn, I was a product of that as well, a victim of that as well. Got me waiting in the room, and I'm hearing people coming in and being seen and leave, and like, what's taking them so long? So now, another plague comes through for introductions to get some attention. Because even when it's going on, they're still going to have a finite to kill us. And you will say to yourself, why are these people out still killing us when all this is going on? But they're not doing it to nobody else. Right? So what is that saying? What is that telling you? There's nothing wrong with us. Because we get along with everybody. And we've proven that time and time again. So who has the problem? It's not us. They're arguing about stimulus check. Give these niggas $600. Meanwhile, they're going to give everybody else, who knows what secrets go on among how they ration out the funds to families and to individuals and all this other stuff. They didn't want to give you reparations. So now what happens? This is exactly what I said. The Lord will find a way to make you spend that money. You trying to keep it? Okay. Now you got to spend this much money now. You still in denial? So now you got to spend this money now. We're going to do this again. Because apparently you got money to give to all the other nations around the world. Your nation, actually. You helped them lace up their bootstraps. You actually gave them a hand doing it. And told us, the race with no hands, to pull our bootstraps up. Ourselves. So now you're going to give a lot of more money out. And this is how the Lord can bring you down. Over a night or two. In a day thy riches was not brought to nothing. So let's play it again. So when another one come through. So regardless of you want to call it conspiracy or whatever. Oh, man made that. Who is the power? Who is the power to influence man? What is inspiration? Where did that come from? You understand? There's something inspiring to do something. Where's the knowledge and wisdom coming from? So whether we want to say man did it or whatever, who sent whoever down there to do that? To put in their mind, because after all, the Lord have made the spirits, the evil spirits as well, to do his will. You understand that though, right? To do his will. Go down there and do this to this. Inspire these scientists and these so-and-so to make something. Yeah. So you got all this money to give everybody, but you said that you ain't got enough to pay for the crimes and crippling a race. But you got money to distinguish all over. But you don't got money for us, huh? So now you're going to give it away. And then when another one comes through, you're going to be forced to do the same thing. And here we are. And it's going to continue till your kingdom is brought down. And hopefully you'll realize, like, this is the Lord's doing. I mean, they had plagues back then. I mean, I'm pretty sure your archaeologists and all this other people have found out that stuff occurs. I mean, you got hurricanes and tornadoes and all this other stuff, you know, killing. You see what I'm saying? So you got all this money to give out to everybody, huh? So keep panning out. Let's see what happens from there. And you guys remember this video. You know, I got a couple videos that I talked about this before this plague brought out too. And this pandemics that was recently occurred. When the reparations was going on and all this other stuff, and they talking about no. Now you had to give out the money anyway. You trying to keep it for yourselves, but you got to give it out now. That's kind of like the devourer, you know. Like when you know, some of us who don't pay the tithes and stuff, the Lord will just find a way that you spend that money. He's trying to save it, and he's just gone now. So that's what's happening. And it's going to keep going until this empire eventually falls down. And here it is. Babylon is falling. Remember what it said, come out of her so you don't be partakers of these plagues and so and so and so. So the plagues is what's going to bring you down. And you're going to be falling. Remember the angel said he's falling. She's falling. You're going down. And the plague is doing it. And it's going to bring you down. Holla.